Psychology says people who have no friends are often misunderstood, not broken, not antisocial, and not failures. In fact, having few or no friends is often a sign that your mind works differently from the majority. Society teaches us that popularity equals success, that a large social circle means happiness, and that being alone must mean something is wrong. Psychology tells a very different story. Many people who walk alone are not lonely. They are selective. They are not avoiding people. They are avoiding noise. And in many cases, they possess rare mental traits most people never develop. If you have few or no friends, the first rare trait you likely have is an unusually low tolerance for fake behavior. You can sense when someone is pretending, performing, or wearing a social mask. Small lies, forced laughter, exaggerated stories, hidden motives. Your brain picks up on them almost instantly. Research shows that higher self-awareness increases sensitivity to inauthentic behavior. Once you see through it, you cannot unsee it. Sitting through conversations that feel staged or dishonest becomes mentally exhausting. So instead of forcing yourself to fit in, you quietly pull away. You would rather be alone than surrounded by people who are not real. This is not arrogance. It is psychological self-protection. Most social groups survive on surface harmony, gossip, and unspoken competition. Your mind rejects that environment because it disrupts your inner peace. If this resonates, pause for a moment and like this video. It helps more people understand themselves better. The second rare trait is your strong preference for depth over quantity in relationships. You are not against connection, you are against empty connection. Small talk feels pointless to you. Conversations about the weather, celebrity drama, or things that do not matter drain your attention. Psychology shows that people with deeper cognitive processing seek meaning, not stimulation. You want conversations that go somewhere. You want to understand how people think, what shaped them, what drives their decisions, and what gives life purpose. Because those connections are rare, your circle naturally stays small. You are not missing out. You are waiting for something real. Many people would rather have 10 shallow friendships than one deep one. You would rather have one meaningful bond than 100 names in your phone. That choice often leaves you alone for long periods, but mentally fulfilled. The third rare trait is that social interaction costs you more energy than it does most people. Some nervous systems are more sensitive than others. Psychology refers to this as high social sensitivity. During conversations, your brain is not just hearing words. It is reading tone, body language, emotional shifts, inconsistencies, and unspoken signals. You process everything deeply. That level of awareness burns mental energy quickly. While others leave social events feeling energized, you leave feeling depleted. This does not mean you dislike people. It means your brain works harder during interaction. After socializing, you need silence, solitude, and time alone to reset. Without that recovery, you feel overwhelmed, so you ration your social energy carefully. If you are someone who needs hours or even days alone after being around others, this is not weakness. It is how your nervous system stays balanced. Many people misunderstand this and label you distant or cold. In reality, you simply know your limits. You would rather have fewer interactions that feel calm and meaningful than constant interaction that leaves you mentally exhausted. If you are starting to see yourself in this, make sure you follow for more psychology content that explains the parts of you school never did. The fourth rare trait is extreme independence and a low need for external validation. Many people rely on friends to feel worthy, entertained, or emotionally stable. You do not. Psychology calls this low social dependency. You can sit alone with your thoughts without feeling empty. You can solve problems on your own. You can motivate yourself without applause. You do not need constant reassurance that you matter. This makes you appear distant, but in reality, you are self-contained. You create meaning internally instead of borrowing it from others. Because of this, you do not chase friendships out of fear. You do not stay in connections that no longer serve you. You walk away when something feels off, even if it means standing alone. Your standards for who gets access to your time, energy, and inner world are extremely high. Most people are comfortable collecting acquaintances. You are not. You want alignment, respect, honesty, and emotional intelligence. That level of selectiveness naturally results in fewer friends, but stronger boundaries and inner stability. The fifth rare trait is that your past taught you to be careful with trust. Many people with few or no friends share one common experience. They learned early that not everyone deserves access to them. This could come from betrayal, being misunderstood, emotional neglect, or being surrounded by the wrong people for too long. Psychology shows that once trust is broken, the brain becomes protective. It does not shut down connection, it raises the entry standard. You observe more. You watch how people act when they gain something, when they are angry, when they are bored, and when they have power. You no longer rush intimacy, you test consistency over time. This creates what psychologists call a higher trust threshold. To others, you may seem guarded. In reality, you are wise. You learn that peace is easier to protect than to repair. You learn that not everyone who smiles means well. So you choose patience over attachment and solitude over chaos. Here is what all of this means. If you have few or no friends, it does not mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind operates with more awareness, more sensitivity, and more depth than average. You see through things faster. You feel things more deeply. You value meaning over noise. While the world celebrates loudness, speed, and constant connection, your strength lies in stillness, observation, and discernment. People like you often walk alone, not because they are broken, but because they are becoming. You are building a rich inner world, strong intuition, and unshakable self-understanding. Sometimes the strongest minds spend seasons alone, not as punishment, but as preparation. If this described you, you are not alone in being alone. And if you want more psychology videos that explain your personality in ways school never taught you, subscribe now, because the next one might reveal something about yourself you have never realized.